When I was first new to the company, I made the mistake of letting LaVerne give me directions on how to get to a business luncheon. And with those directions, it took me more than an hour to get there. And I just remember being on the Veterans Bridge thinking, this just doesn't seem right. So I learned my lesson in asking LaVerne for directions. So my best advice, LaVerne, for you is for your retirement, make sure you have good GPS.
My favorite LaVerne memory is hearing about all of her wonderful QVC purchases over the years, especially the wig that she bought that looks just like my hair, and I'm still waiting for a picture of LaVerne in it.
And my favorite memory of LaVerne is a few years back we did the Dirty Girl Mud Run, and she didn't participate in the run, but she did want to be the photographer of the event for all of us, and so we thought that was great until she showed up in all white to be the photographer of all the events. And I said to her, LaVerne, you're gonna ruin all your clothes. And she said, no, I'm not. I'm gonna be clean the whole time. And she was clean the whole time. She did not get any mud on her clothes until the very end of the race, when everyone was marveling at how she didn't get anything on her clothes, and everyone hugged her and she was covered in mud from head to toe. So, but she did take great pictures, and for that we were grateful. So that's my favorite memory.
You're leaving behind lots of smiles, but we wish you well, LaVerne. Enjoy your retirement.
We'll
miss
you.
There's no food here. Where's LaVerne?
Ladies and gentlemen of the Church of the Immaculate Conception of Care, ICC, I, George Eric Walker Bush, as the momentary priestly sort on the occasion do hereof, utterly welcome you to the ceremony of loyalty, devotion, and faith. As we begin our ceremony, let us recite our mantra. Our Father and Mother, Rick and Lorianne, hallowed be thy names. Your will be done in the communities, New Havens, Pines, Courtyards, Magnolia, Cedar Run, and the Cove, as it is here in Wexford. Census be driven by what makes us different. Hashtag a great place to work. Hashtag a great place to live. Amen. Today we are here to recognize a saint among us. My first memory of this saint is when I opened the door to ICC for my first interview. I remember her again when I opened the door to ICC for my second interview. I remember when I opened the door to ICC for my third interview. But there LaVerne was. ICC smiling. ICC embodied. She has been a light. She has been a rock. She has been the head of ICC in spirit. LaVerne Winkowski. So without further procrastination, I ask LaVerne Winkowski to step forward and kneel. You are hereby named Saint LaVerne of the Immaculate Conception of Care, the first saint in the history of ICC. Hashtag great place to work. Hashtag great place to live.
Go ahead. Okay. Michael. Where's LaVerne? Do you know where LaVerne is?
So rumor has it, LaVerne, that you're retiring, and I just want to wish you the best of luck in joining the Spice Girls for their reunion tour. I think that's an amazing and fun adventure for you. In all seriousness, you were the very first person that I met at Integra Care, and I fell in love with the company because I fell in love with you. You're just such a wonderful example of the Integra Care culture, and you are going to be so greatly missed. So we wish you the best of luck in whatever your new adventures are.
LaVerne, it is very hard for me to say goodbye to you, but I hope it's just goodbye from a work standpoint and not as a friendship. You have taught me so much through the 13 years I've been with Integra Care. One of the things that you always told me is that we were kindred spirits. And I believe that because when the chips were down and things just were not going so well, you would send me an email out of the blue or call me out of the blue, and it came at just the right moment whenever I needed that Christian hug, if you will, from a distance. You have helped me in this company in so many capacities, from the residents on 5th to the Willows, the Pines, the time we spent together out in Greenbelt. Oh, Greenbelt, oh, Greenbelt, oh, Greenbelt. You said something to me one time at the Willows that has stayed with me forever. Although I always thought I was hiding it, apparently I wasn't. You could always tell whenever I just needed the boost. It was just a time that I was feeling down and just really felt defeated. And you came to me and you said, you know, Butchie, when you turn your troubles over to the big guy, things will start to fall into place in the way they are meant to fall. And every time I start to feel down or feel like I'm losing control of a situation, I always think about the time that you did that for me. It means so much to have your friendship. And I wish you all the success in the world. I hope you get to travel, you get to see the world, and I hope you don't forget about us back here at IntegraCare, because you will be missed.
Rick,
Yes, Megan.
I look everywhere and I can't find LaVerne.
Yes, that's not surprising. We just received a ransom demand. The nuns at the Mother House, otherwise known as the Mother Ship, are holding her hostage for $50,000 ransom.
And we're gonna pay it.
Oh, of course we are. It's worth every penny.
Okay. Just so we have that clear.
It was never a doubt.
LaVerne, from all of us who have only known you for such a short time, we wish to send you a very special and unique retirement greeting from that foremost 20th century thinker and philosopher, Dr. Seuss. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your way, and you know what you know, and you are the gal who'll decide where to go. Best wishes. We'll miss you.
LaVerne! You're not LaVerne.
Sorry.
Oh,
IntegraCare and LaVerne Winkowski, two words that will always be synonymous to me. LaVerne, you are a treasure, not just to ICC as a whole, but to each individual that you have taken under your wing on our incredible journey with our company. You are the best mother bird in the world. You nurtured us in our infancy, let us fly solo when we were ready to fly, but most importantly, you continued to nurture and pass on your wisdom to us each and every step of our journey. Now we soar alongside of you, and for that I am forever grateful. I will miss you. But now take this little piece of advice from a woman who knows about sparkle. Don't let anyone, LaVerne, ever let your sparkle dull. You are a person extraordinaire. Farewell and fly.
LaVerne? LaVerne?
Hi LaVerne, how are you? It's John. I just wanted to say it's been an honor to work with you for the past almost 7 years. I'm very proud to say that you were one of my co-workers. You were incredible. I remember the first time I ever met you was about almost 7 years ago when I came to IntegraCare's corporate office in Wexford. And it's a little intimidating and I was a little scared, I'll admit. But it's nice when you walk in the front door and you greet people and you make us all feel like you've known us for 20 years. You're very welcoming. You've been a great friend. You're very compassionate about your job, which we're all very lucky to have. It was great working with you. Good luck in your retirement. I hope you have fun. Hope you enjoy yourself. You will be missed tremendously in the future. And I just wanted to say thank you again for all the years. I'm honored to be your friend and your coworker, and good luck in the future. Thank you.
LaVerne.
LaVerne, there are so many wonderful things, both professionally and personally, that I could talk about, but I'm going to just talk about one personal example that meant so much to me, that shows the wonderful, kind, caring, giving person that you are. Back a couple years ago, I mentioned to you that Callie really enjoyed painting, and next thing I know, you came into my office and you wanted to give her a gift, and what it was a beautiful paint set and a beautiful wooden case that had been yours. And then beyond that, you asked Callie to come in for several evenings after work, during which you proceeded to show her some of the finer techniques of painting. Well, that meant a lot to me. It also meant a lot to Callie, both in terms of painting, but she really enjoyed spending the time with you. So, you know, as you move into retirement, LaVerne, I don't really have any advice for you, but just keep being who you are, and you'll continue to touch the lives of all the people around you. And I don't need to tell you that, because I know you're going to do that anyway. So thank you, LaVerne, for your kindness and your friendship over the years. And we will all greatly miss you.
Eric. Yep. Do you know where LaVerne is? I thought she retired.
LaVerne, you have been the face of IntegraCare from the very beginning. Your attitude, your hospitality, your spirit has really been, you have really been a great ambassador for our company to our outside vendor partners and so many of our team members. As I think about it, so many times when we have had situations of transition in properties and other things, when you've gone to those properties, just your presence and spirit has made a great impact and a great representation for the company. We just are so grateful for your contribution and wish you so much the best in your new life. May God bless.
Susan. Do you know where LaVerne is? I've looked all over for her, and I can't find her, and I need her.
Oh, Megan, she retired last week.
Oh.
Did you forget? There's no good time for that. We have to do it ourselves now.
Oh, no.
Well, LaVerne, we're finally here. It's hard to believe. I was thinking about your retirement and recalled when we first met 24 years ago. I was a 29-year-old redhead, because you said you always liked the red hair better, interviewing for my position at National. And here we are 24 years later, having worked together through some fun times and some difficult times. But as I was thinking about all of our time together, the things that popped up for me were more of the fun things. For instance, when you went and bought your first car and you were all excited, you and Teeny went out and you negotiated and you came back to the office. And Rick was convinced that perhaps you had gotten taken advantage of by the car salesman because you weren't used to buying a car. So he went out to get you a better deal. Teeny got the best deal possible, so we all got a chuckle out of that. And then when you started driving, you didn't realize that merging did not means that you can't stop at the end of the ramp getting onto the highway. And you were getting on the highway in Greentree and you stopped at the end of the merge point. And when you got to work that day, you told me you didn't understand it, that you looked in your rearview mirror and you could see a man back there giving you the finger. And we all howled about that. And then when we moved IntegraCare to the North Hills, you told me you were going to have to resign because you couldn't drive on the parkway over the bridge to the other side of the city. And so I asked you to try it out on a Sunday when there wasn't as much traffic, and you did, and lo and behold, here we are. I guess the other thing is, I think about all of the assignments, the true dedication you have exerted while working with us, LaVerne. It is unmatched. I think of the residents on 5th. I think of Colonial Courtyard at Tyrone. I think of the Willows, the Pines, Magnolias of Lancaster, Magnolias of Chambersburg, the residents on Greenbelt. On each of those assignments, you went out ready for the mission, made a right and good impression on our team members and our residents, and really supported the overall mission of the organization. So I guess what I'd like to say to you, LaVerne, is, I am humbled by the loyalty you have put forth over these 24 years. It is really amazing when I think back on it. I am inspired by your energy and tenacious nature. I certainly hope when I am your age that I still have the spunk that you have. And most of all, we will miss your warmth, friendship, and hospitality here in Integra Care. But we are excited for you to go on to this next chapter of your life and do some of the things that you've wanted to do. And if you are looking for work, my words of advice are, there are 2 things I thought of. You always seem to be a twinkle toes. Now, if the music starts playing, your feet start shuffling. So I was thinking maybe you could try out for Dancing with the Stars. And if that didn't work out, there is a place for you on QVC. I think if you purchased certain limits of stuff, they actually consider you to be a spokesmodel, and I do think you qualify. I think actually you may have sold me this purse. And if you do get that job at QVC, let me know. I'd be interested in sharing your employee discount. Well, LaVerne, farewell. We will miss you. God bless. Godspeed. Bye-bye.
Because you will be missed.
You're going to be missed a lot.
You'll be missed, LaVerne.
Bye, LaVerne. We'll miss you.
We miss you.
Happy retirement, LaVerne.
Thanks for everything.